Hey family, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dlamini, but you can call me Mrs. Dlamini. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I know I did not upload a video last week, but I'm back, you guys. And I'm back with a testimony video today. If you are not, I'll say this now, if you're not subscribed to the channel already, please hit the subscribe button. It's absolutely free and I'm hoping you won't regret it. Yeah, and please don't forget to like and comment down below in this video. Today I'm going to be giving you guys a little testimony because you guys will not submit your testimonies for powerful testimonies. Like, guys, continue journey. Anyway, I will be giving you guys a little testimony about, you know, my life. I feel like my neck and my face are two different people. But anyway, so basically this testimony starts, I think I'll just start it. Oh my god. Yeah, let's just say high school. So after high school, you guys, you know, I had spoken to my parents about what I want to do, and if I'm being honest with you guys, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I I wanted to study IT because I guess I was good at it at the time in high school, and I just assumed that, oh, going forward, you know, I'll learn to love it, and since I'm good at it, I'll pass it. And I had no idea that what we were studying in high school was not IT. Okay, it was not IT. Anyway, and I applied to UNISWA now. I applied to a bunch of other institutions, and I was accepted for something that I did not want to do. So okay, that, guys, it's that plus the fact that my mom was a single mom. My dad was living in Joburg, still is living in Joburg, and he promised a lot of things. He kept saying, oh, your future is secure, you know, I mean, you don't have to go to college right away, and blah, 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 blah. And my mom, I guess at the time, she couldn't really afford to take me to school because, honestly speaking, my dad was not really doing his part. He only did when he felt like it, and basically my mom was the one who was left to just like take care of us, to fend for us. And I mean, this is no shade to him. Like, if you're watching this, I don't know if you will watch this. If you're watching this, it's no shade to you. It's my experience, and I'm just telling my experience. That's how I see it. That's how it was. And I'm not saying you never did anything at all, but you only did when you felt like it, and you did the bare minimum. Anyway, oh my god, deep confrontation. Anyway, so yeah, so my mom, like I said, was a single mom. It was me, my brother, my sister, and you know, as you can imagine, like, she had to put all three of us through school, and now it was done. My brother was in high school, my little sister was in primary, I think, probably like late primary, and yeah, like, she just couldn't at the time, so I had to take a gap year. And you know, during that time, like, that time was a very confusing time for me. It was a very like lonely time as well. You know, I did have friends, but like, you know what I'm saying, like, when you know where you're supposed to be, what you're supposed to be doing, and your former classmates are off to college, and you're just there, like, no plan, like. And there's nothing wrong with the gap years, you guys, but if you take it on a plan, and if you take it on your own accord, me personally, that was not the case for me. That's not what I wished for myself. I wanted to go to college straight away. Maybe not for the right reasons, because I didn't even know what I really wanted, but still I wanted to feel like, Nanami, I'm progressing and I'm going to college, you know what I'm saying? So fast forward, sorry about that, I just need to plug my phone in. So fast forward, you guys, like I said, that year was really terrible for me, and yeah, thank God umdali wangcina that year still, right? But it just was the worst. So fast forward a year and a half later. So this was like second semester into the year 2011, because I finished high school in 2009. So fast forward 2011, I finally get to go to college, and I actually do my IT. So this was it was like, I don't know if I'm allowed to say it. I don't know. I don't think it's a problem really. It was VUT. Fast forward, I get to the vow. I'm excited to start my new life, my new journey, and yeah, we'll start school. At the time, I was at Res, and it was a new Res, so it was a bit pricier than the main Res. So yeah, but my mom was handling it, and I remember my dad was the one who took me to school, but yeah. There was just drama there. Like, there was always drama, with him. And it just wasn't a pleasant experience, you guys. I personally wish that my mom would be the one to take me. It would feel like, oh, my parent is dropping me off. But anyway, nonetheless, I started school. And honestly, I'm not sure of the timelines, but as I was within school studying, and I just want to make it clear that I was doing okay at school. I was an average, slightly above average, like kind of student. Yeah, I was, sometimes I would get distinctions. I would, in some of the modules. Sometimes it would, kick my ass. But for the most part, I was average, slightly above average. And so, as much as, obviously, when I got there and I realized that, you know what, I'm not crazy about this course, but at the same time, I did my best and I was doing okay at it. You know what I'm saying? Despite the fact that I was like, I'm not sure if this is something that I want to do for the rest of my life. So, guys, it was tough. Like, it was really tough for me. Like, I won't even lie. I don't even know how deep I should get, because some of these parts I will incriminate myself. Jesus Christ. But it was tough, such that like, if I like, when I had to come back for another semester and I was owing fees for the other semester, things had to be done in order for me to continue school. Like, guys, it was rough. It was really, really tough. We had to like go to the SRC office to get help to continue school. I just lived that kind of life. Like, nothing was ever good. Nothing was ever at ease for me when it came to like, how long am I gonna be here? Like, mom can't afford this place. My dad is always shady. So it was just like, how long am I gonna be here really? Like, that thought always was in the back of my head, you guys. Always. So, okay, fine. I'm struggling semester after semester after semester. I'm struggling. I had to leave Res because my mom and I were having the conversation of, what is going to happen, what must happen, because she can't afford. She's got rent to pay back home, she's got fees to pay back home, then there's me. And you know, guys, like, I'm not embarrassed to tell the story because it's a part of my past, and God has always been good. He was good then, he is good now. And so I'm just telling the story to, if maybe you're watching and you're going through it, or you can relate, because I know I'm not the only one. It's a lot. It's a lot, especially if you're raised by a single parent. Anyway, I have to hold here because it's like a comfort thing. I hope you guys don't mind. So yeah, we had the conversation with my mom, and basically I was just like, you know what, mom, it's fine. I'll move out of Res and we'll see. I don't know what we're gonna do. But basically we were just talking about how maybe I should move into the main Res because it's cheaper. But at the time I don't think there was any space at the main Res. And also or like we were also talking about, like, maybe do you have friends that you can squat at? Like, that's how bad it was. Obviously my mom wanted me to continue with my education, and if it meant squatting just so I can at least come out with that degree, then you know what, so be it. And I get it, yes, so be it, really. So yeah, like, I had a moment of weakness. If you guys don't know already, I suffer from anxiety, and obviously it's better now over the years. I think I wouldn't say I've overcome it, but I think God has definitely helped me control it. Yeah, and I used to suffer from really bad anxiety and depression. And so obviously obviously when something like this happens, you are bound to just go off, you know what I'm saying? So I was going through the most, and I was just not okay. I remember after my mom and I spoke, I was just like, maybe it would be better, you know, for everybody, myself included, because Nana, I mean, this is really painful for me. I was imagining all the scenarios. I was imagining having to come back home. I was imagining everything, and I was just like, you know what, Nana, Mami, like, she's really going through it. You know, I cannot imagine. So maybe I should just, I don't know how that though like equated to me doing what I did, but basically I tried to take my own life. A lot of people will probably know this. There have been rumors about it, and I just want to say it had nothing to do with what you gossip mongers said it had to do with. It had nothing to do with the boy. It was about problems that I was going through, and problems that you can never ever comprehend as a gossip monger. And also, I just want to say, be kind to people. Be kind to people, because you never know what they're going through. Number one, how do you make fun of somebody trying to take their own life? First of all, how? How? No matter what the reason was, even if it was for a boy, how do you make fun of that? Please tell me. I'm waiting. I'll wait. How do you make fun of somebody trying to take their own life? Kumnanzi to you. Anyway, wow. I'm sorry, I had a moment. Yeah, that happened. It was really bad. I think I took like, sure, I don't remember how many aspirins, but I think I took 50. I don't remember, but it was a lot of aspirins. And I obviously, a friend of mine at the time, if you're watching this, shout out to you, babes. A friend of mine at the time, luckily she was living the same res. She came to check on me, and she just knew that something was off with me because we were quite close. She knew that something was off, and she's very dramatic, so she and she knew that I was in the room, so she didn't understand why I'm not responding when she's knocking, you know. So she came through, and obviously she had to get help, and now people now can see what's happening. They can, you know, it's just drama. One of the girls called her dad, who was a doctor, and told him what had happened. I think the pills were already starting to take effect because I was very drowsy. I don't even remember if I was responding to them when they asked me questions, but basically they rushed me to the hospital, you guys. When we got to the hospital, obviously I was admitted, and they started the process of draining the pills. My God, if I had known what like how painful that process is, I would have never done that. If I had known that it would be that bad, I never would have tried to do it, because it was one of the most painful experiences, getting the stuff out. Hey, my God. I was there for a couple of days, and I remember it was exam time, and I missed a couple of exams. I had to write supplementary exams because I missed those exams. But guys, it was just a really, really trying time in my life. It was really, really bad. And I mean, it is what it is. It was bad. And obviously I was embarrassed, I was, and the thing is, I couldn't tell my mom. I couldn't call my mom and tell her, Mom, I tried to commit suicide. I'm at the hospital. No. I only told my mom like years later. And it really, really pained her. I know it did. And I mean, how can it not? You know what I'm saying? Like it's a painful situation. Anyway, you guys, I was in hospital, and then I don't know why my voice is breaking out. And then my friend was very, very supportive, and I just want to take this moment to say I will always appreciate and love you for what you did to me, for what you did for me. You are one of a kind. You are one of a kind. There's not a lot of people like you in this world, and I appreciate you, and may God bless you. She really took care of me, and yeah, so I went back to Res with my head held down, because obviously people knew. They knew, you know what I'm saying? They knew. And you know how kids are, they talk. And basically we resolved that I would move in with my boyfriend at the time, because remember, my mom can't afford, and she doesn't know anything that has happened. She knows nothing. So I had to move in with my boyfriend, so that at least, I could at least continue and learn, you guys. That was my situation. That's what I had to go through. And the thing is, it wasn't easy. Obviously, like, you're with your boyfriend and you're thinking, oh, nice times, you're living with your boyfriend. It wasn't easy sometimes, because imagine when you just don't want to be with the person, or imagine if you have a fight, you're at this person's mercy, you're living with them, and they know your situation, they know everything, so they know that you're desperate, And he wasn't a bad person at all, not at all. But for me, there was that feeling of, I'm at his mercy, basically. Yeah, I won't really go into detail with that, but that's what I had to go through in order for me to continue with school. And that went on for quite a while, and then my brother got a job, and then he was able to then help, because he had a little job. And then imagine my little brother, so he finished high school and then he didn't go to college, so then he got a job, and then thank God, because of him, I was able to move into an accommodation, and it was quite a nice one, actually. I moved in there and he was paying for me to live there. I don't remember how long I was there for, but everything just became too much. And I don't remember what happened. I don't know, because I think his job was like a contract. It was like a temporary thing. It wasn't a permanent job. So I think maybe the contract ended. I'm not sure. I don't remember. But excuse me, all I know is things were not okay. Things were bad. My mom had to get help from her siblings, because she was just not able to make ends meet, you guys. So with that, I had to face the fact. I had to face the hard facts that, you know what, I probably have to go back home and leave here without my degree, leave here with nothing. And I just, coming to terms with that was very, very hard for me. Like, it was very, very hard. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I tried to come up with solutions on how I can stay, you guys. Like, I really wanted to come out with my degree. I to the point where I remember I remember calling at a strip club or viewing, or like viewing the, but I don't know the details. I don't remember the details, guys, but your girl considered working at a strip club. And that is why to this day I will never judge anybody who's a stripper. I will never judge anybody who does what they need to do in order to survive, because as Fanani, not all of us are afforded the same life. So I considered it. I considered it hard, even. Like, let me not even lie to you. I considered it hard, but I didn't go through it. And yeah, I came home. And yeah, I wasn't okay. I was depressed. And it was just one of those things, guys. And I know, and things were tough at home. Like, there was just so much tension, because my mom felt really bad that I had to come home. It was just a lot. It was a lot, guys. Yeah, I think obviously as a child, Nanawe, like, I won't lie, a part of me blamed her and resented her for it, but also a part of me understood. You know, that's just that thing of, one day I'm like, Mom, it's okay. The other day I'm just like, it's all because of you. Not out loud, but like. But ultimately, I knew, I understood. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, Guti. My dad, when I was at school, and I was texting him because he had promised to give me money for books. I remember he was supposed to come and see me and then give me money for books, right? So I text him and I ask him if he's still coming. He says he's not coming. And then I'm like, so what about the money for the books? And then he's like, what exactly do you want from me? Yeah. What exactly do you want from me? We spoke and you said you would give me the money for the books. What? I never bothered him ever again. I never. Because next thing, what exactly do you want from me? Anyway, fast forward. I just had to add that part, you guys, because wow, even to this day, I'll never forget. And I'm always just like, huh? People. Anyway, so yeah, so then thank God I got a job working for one of our, let me just say, I got a job in hospitality. It was at a casino, and I was a guest relations officer. Basically, my job was to just take care of the clients and run promotions as well, and do announcements, things like that. Just take care of the clients. And that was going okay. I was crashing that job. I'm joking. It wasn't the best job, you guys. The hours were terrible. Sometimes we'd come out at like 2 a.m., sometimes 4 a.m. The hours were just the worst. So I was actually forced to move to Dlamini. Luckily, a family friend had like a little room at the back. So that's where I lived. And yeah, it wasn't the best room. It was just not the best experience. I missed home. Yeah, it wasn't the best experience overall. And I left that job because a customer felt that it was okay to kiss me on the mouth. Guys, I've been through the most. I've been through the most. A customer felt that it was okay to just come up to me and hug me and then kiss me on the mouth. And my employers did nothing about it. They just said it comes with the territory. And I was like, territory where? Balance me quickly. How? Are we at a brothel? Like, where we at? Like, tell me, maybe there's something that I don't know. Because when you say it comes with the territory, what kind of establishment is this one? So yeah, I left because hell no. Okay, there are lots of things that I can take, but that was a no from me. And this customer, mind you, is a very well-known, prominent person in this country. Of course, I can't mention him. Anyway, guys, I feel like this probably should be a two-part. Like, especially if I'm to add details, like juicy details, this should probably be a two-part testimony. Anyway, I left that job, and because God was always with me, like I said, soon after I got another job working for a small accounting firm, and at that job I was the PA to the managing partner. Basically, I mean, that job was okay. Obviously the pay wasn't great. Njengoba nagle casino, the pay wasn't great, but it is what it is. The pay wasn't great at all. And I think with that one, I really did enjoy the environment. Like, I loved the people that I worked with. I absolutely loved them. It was like a family. It was beautiful. But obviously I wasn't happy. I think right there is where the bug started hitting me. Could see this actually ain't for me, this 8 to 5 thing. It is not for me at all. I remember that is right around the time that I started dabbling in catering. I enjoyed it. It was a lot of work because obviously I'd have to knock off work, go and start preparing, and then by preparing I mean marinating, chop everything that needs to be chopped, stuff like that, and then wake up about 3 to start cooking. It wasn't nice. Basically, you guys, that's when I started feeling the bag. You could see, kind of want to be my own boss. Like, I don't want to work 8 to 5. Like, I don't want to work 8 to 5 for the rest of my life. I was very unhappy. Very, very unhappy. One day something happened. Unfortunately, I cannot get into the details of what happened, but I saw something. Let me just say I saw something. That's what I'll say. I saw something. And for me, I think that was like, obviously I wasn't happy. I wanted to leave, but that was the thing that I was like, hey, I cannot be around here. And drafted my resignation letter, handed it in, and you guys, believe it or not, handed in my resignation letter. Like, when I came back to sit at my desk, got a phone call. Hello, this is so and so and so from so and so and so. Please come for an interview. Huh? What? Yeah, like that is still one of the things that to this day I'm like, when I God. And also, just besides God, guys, doing things for us in our lives, like aligning things and just performing miracles in our lives, sometimes a situation, a person, a job, whatever is holding you back from bigger things, is holding you back from bigger blessings. If you have that feeling that you just can't shake, then maybe it's time for you to let go. I know it's not easy, but when I tell you, handed in the resignation letter, went back to my desk, got the phone call, Hello, interview. Just like that. That was crazy. And if you think that's crazy, later on, like a couple of hours later, grr, hello, I'm killing myself right now. Hello, uh, um, uh, bring your CV. Oh, what is happening? I'm telling you guys. I'm telling you. I wish I was making this up. You can't make this stuff up. This happened to me. Okay. The day I handed my resignation letter, I got 2 phone calls for 2 prospective jobs. Let's talk about those 2 jobs. So one was like a contract type of, like a 3-month contract type of job at one of the leading banks, and one was a permanent, no, I'm lying, it wasn't a permanent job at first. And I went to the interview for the bank one, and I nailed it, aced it. In fact, when I got there, I found a lady who already knew me, and she had loved me from a previous interview, an old interview. She had loved me, and that lady was like from a recruitment company, and she knew me, so she's like, I'm not going to interview you, I know you, I like you, and just do the aptitude test. Nailed the aptitude test, of course. Guys, I must gas myself up as a person, guys. And yeah, but unfortunately something happened that I can't mention, but trust, I knew that job, I was gonna get that job. Something happened, and at the time when it happened, I was so upset, because it was like, why would you like do that? Because I had gotten the job. But sometimes you just need to relax and let God do his thing, because God didn't want me to take that job. He wanted me to take the permanent job. And even though the odds were against me, guys, when I tell you, I went, the job that I actually just left, that's the one, I went for 3 interviews for that job. 3 interviews. Like, everything was just so like tough. It was just tough. It seemed like it was just angeneki, but it was mine. It was mine because God said it was mine, and I got it. And obviously that one was a really good paying job, and I was very happy. I was very grateful to God. You know, I was able to help a lot at home now, help my mom out. But at that time, she was okay also. Like, she wasn't as bad as she used to be, because I was working. My brother Nayangati, he was working, if I'm not mistaken. But even if he wasn't really relying on her that much. And then it was only my sister that was in school, so things at home were definitely had calmed down. And now on top of that, I get this job. So I was there for almost 5 years. Hey, almost 5 years. And I am a very ambitious person. As much as I loved the job that I actually did, which I was at reception, because I'm a people's person, I was perfect for the job, and I understand. But obviously, as an ambitious person, there comes a time where you're just so demotivated, doing the same thing every day, not growing anymore, and all that stuff, you guys. But honestly, deeper than that was this feeling that, you know what, this is not meant for me. And I remember one day looking around and looking at my colleagues, and I remember asking myself, like, you know, if you got a promotion, this would be you, right? Do you really want to do this for the rest of your life? And the answer was no. Even if it meant getting more money, like, it really wasn't about the money. It was just about me and my purpose, and just living a life of purpose, living a fulfilling life. So yeah, I was not happy, guys. Fast forward to what you guys know now. What is wrong with me today? Fast forward to what you guys know now. I mean, obviously, you guys, when I left my job, I didn't have any guarantee of what my life was gonna be like, especially because I left my job mid-pandemic. Like the G that I am. And it was like people were looking at me like I'm crazy, and I understand. But like you guys know the story of how I left that job. And sometimes guys, when you obey God, God will show off in your life. He will show off and show out in your life. And I am reaping the rewards of obedience right now. Obviously, guys, it's a journey. Own pace, own lane, own race. Just me and God. But I'm in awe of what God is doing in my life right now. I'm not going to go into figures, but I am making more than I made at my job. And I remember the other day, just last weekend, my husband and I, we, like after counting the money that I had made that weekend, we looked at each other and he said he couldn't believe it. He couldn't believe his eyes when he saw the money. And I couldn't believe it either. We just had to sit down and we had to pray and we had to say, God, thank you. Thank you, Father God. Thank you for your hand in our lives. Thank you for leading us. And thank God that we followed, because it has nothing to do with us, but thank God that we followed. Thank God that I obeyed his voice when he told me that it was finally time to let go. You know what I'm saying? Finally. And it's so funny when I look back to all the things that I've been through, you guys, all the things that I always get emotional, but it's a very emotional topic. I've been through the most. I have been through the most. And to think, Wuti, I was so upset and so resentful and bitter because I didn't finish college. And there's nothing, guys, don't get me wrong, even now I do want to go to school, but now I definitely want to study things that have to do with business. You know what I'm saying? Because that's who I am. I'm a businesswoman. Shame at my core, my heart. Like, I'm always trying to find ways to make money. So school is amazing. But what I'm saying to you right now is, what would the IT degree have done for me? Nothing. It really wouldn't have done anything for me, because that's not my destiny. That's not what I was meant to do. And you ask yourself, okay, so why didn't it happen sooner? Why didn't you just start doing what you're doing sooner? Because it wasn't the right time. And because all the jobs that I was doing along the way were training me, were equipping me. Now I am able to respond to business emails because of the jobs that I've been through. Sorry guys, my battery died. Actually, no, I'm lying. I've got space issues. Anyway, let me try and wrap this up, guys. I was just saying, Wuti, without those jobs, I never would have gained the experience that I have now and the confidence to be able to take on being a businesswoman, and just, the confidence. I have so much more confidence now, and it's because of those jobs that I did, even though they had nothing to do with what I wanted to do. They align with my destiny, because I had to go through that. I had to go past that. I hope you guys can't hear that, my God. So you guys, I just wanted to say just, God will lead you to your destiny. All you need to do is be patient and obey. Right now, currently, I'm living the life I've always wanted to live. I actually posted about this on Instagram just the other day, that I realized that I'm living the life that I've always wanted to live. And I can't believe it. After everything. And I just feel so grateful to God. I feel so grateful. And I just want to encourage somebody out there who might be feeling confused about the future that, trust me, one day it'll all make sense. It doesn't make sense now. Trust me, this story that I'm telling you guys is over a period of 10 years. So it'll take as long as it takes, but God will align you with your destiny. One thing that you should realize is that there's nothing that can stop you from getting to your destiny. Fair and fine, your disobedience may make you take longer maybe to get there, but you will get there. You will get there. And all the things that you need to go through to before all the things that you need to go through before you get there, embrace them, embrace every season, and it'll all make sense one day. When I look back at my life, everything makes sense now. Everything, the good, the bad, everything makes sense. And I am in awe of what God has done for me and continues to do for me.
Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. For the revelation awaits an appointed time. It speaks of the end and it will not prove false. Though it linger, wait for it. It will certainly come and will not delay. I make known the end from the beginning, from ancient times what is still to come. I say my purpose will stand and I will do all that I please.
So yeah, you guys, those verses are like, they really touch me, and I think they're perfect for this testimony. Never forget who God is in your life. Never forget that before you even, before your mom even, dreamed that you would even exist, He knew you. He knew you. Never forget that. Nobody knows you as much as He knows you, not even yourself. Because like I said, at some point I didn't even know what I wanted to do, right? But He knew. And He was aligning my steps. He was aligning my steps with what I needed to do, what I needed to be. When I think back during that time, my stepmom used to love makeup. And she made me like makeup. And I never could have imagined that one day that I would be a makeup artist. I never could have imagined one day that I would actually do a beat that looks like this. So, I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but I think it does. At a time where I was confused about what I wanted to do with my life, He knew. And that is why, you need to understand that God, He knows. Even when you don't know, even when you're confused, all right, He's relaxed because He knows. And just never forget that. Never ever forget. Even when you come into your season, never forget the fact that, because every season has its challenges, you guys. Even when you come into a season where you feel like you have arrived, you feel like everything is aligning, and you feel like you're living your purpose, those challenges, take them to Him, because He knew that you would face those challenges after all, didn't He? He knew. He says in His word that His desire and His purpose will stand. That goes for the purpose that He has for your life. Always remember that when you're praying, surrender to the purpose that He has for your life, because it'll turn out to be the most amazing thing for you. Let me stop talking. Thank you so much for listening to my little story, my little testimony. You guys, submit your testimonies, Pela. Submit your testimonies, guys. Let us bring light to each other. Let us spread the good word. Let us spread God's love to one another, and share our experiences about what God has done for us. You guys, come on now. If you would like to submit your testimony, give me an email, drop me an email. I leave my details down below. Drop me an email on callmemrsdlamini@gmail.com. You can also DM me on my Instagram. It's callmemrsdlamini. Yeah, you guys, I will be expecting them. Okay. Otherwise, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If you watched till the end, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you thought about this testimony down below. Tell me about what God has done for you recently. Do you feel like you're living your purpose, or you feel like you're far from it? Let's just chat. Let's keep the conversation going down below. Thank you so much, you guys, for tuning in, and I'll see you on my next video. Love you.